guys, I'm HybridFoxKid and welcome back to Glacious. We are yet again in Glacious' zoo and we've got a couple more buildings going. I'm pretty sure we had this one displaying in the previous episode. This one was still being constructed, but we have 3 more new buildings in this area, 2 of them not being completely done, the skeleton horse and the phantom area. There's nothing interesting happening. They're still under construction, but they'll be done soon enough. What we're focusing on today are these 2 buildings here, which are going to be for our sheep and cows, and our chickens and our pigs. So in this building here, I decided to change up the aesthetic of each house. This one is a dark oak themed place, even though the grass is still spruce. And we have the birch forest in this house here for our chickens and our pigs. So instead of just sitting around chit-chatting about the animals we're going to be catching, we've got to start running and pick up them animals because we've got a lot to do today and we better get started. First off, I'm going to this area just to the south of Glacious because I'm pretty sure I saw sheep over here. Sheep and cows are going to be relatively easy to find. Pigs and chicken may be a little bit harder. And already we've got 3 possible sheep. 4. Perfect. We've got all the guys here. There we go. Let's lead these guys up and head back home. Oh, come back. There we go. Okay, off we go. You don't see this every day. A person swimming through the ocean towards their nation with 4 sheep in tow. Very strange indeed, I must say. Okay, time to name these little guys. And I thought I'd dye them as well, give them a little bit extra character, and some have a couple of meanings to their colour as well. And I thought to stick them all in the blue category because Glacious is very blue. I can't have a hot red sheep flying around when I'm in an ice cold biome. Gotta add to the cold colours. Okay, so the 4 names we have are... So we have the first one, which is our blue sheep here, named Friend. This one's actually named by another one of my followers, Ashbit. We have this one here, which is Fluffy, who is actually a pet sheep I kind of made a couple months ago with ObsidianSkyes. We were playing build battle together. And our topic was a sheep. So we made this little build here, which was our son. And we named him Fluffy. And he is our son and we shall protect him. But yeah, we ended up losing that round. I'm still salty to this day about losing it. But yes, this is Fluffy. Then we have Flower, which is our little light blue sheep. And then we have Fleur, which is our little white sheep. So that's our sheep. And let's quickly write their stats on the boards. There we go. We had the 4 sheep stats up and ready. And with the sheep done, time to move on to the upper level and grab a couple cows. Well, I didn't find cows, but I found something else that was on the list. So, kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I do have a couple cows over at Glacious, but I kind of didn't want to use them too, but since they're nowhere to be found in the area, I'm just gonna do a little shortcut. Okay, you guys stay here and behave while I go grab a couple cows, okay? Okay. Okay, I've got my cows. I found them in the wild. Definitely. So as I said in the previous episode, I have a couple buildings or animal pens that are actually on the top story. For this, I do have a solution. And the solution is a boat and a piston. You can never go wrong with those 2 things. And if we were to do this, there we go. There we go. And if I were to climb up here, open the gates, and jump in myself, I can sail right in. Easy as that. And that is how you move a cow into a pen. And we've got the second one in, so this was pretty easy and pretty successful, I must say. I'm surprised I got this done so smoothly. I was expecting a lot of troubles. And I just gotta breed these 2 up and get 2 other cows. So for the cows, we have Harold, Harvey, Heath, and Harper. A little happy cow family. And there we go. We have the cows all done as well. And with that, the sheep and the cow area is all complete and finished. So with that done, we are moving straight on to the pigs and the chicken, which are running amok outside already. Let's get these guys inside. Okay, for the chicken, we have Daryl, who is named by another one of my Twitch followers, Cooper the Trooper. This chicken has a lot of interesting backstory. If you want to hear the backstory of this chicken, I would suggest going over to his streams because it's a very interesting chicken. And then we have Duncan, we have Dahlia, and then we have little Denise, if little Denise wants to get out of the bushes. Come on, there we go. So that's our chicken done. And let's see if I can get to the pig's cage from here. Boop. Haha, I did it. We also have Bartholomew, who is named by another Twitch follower of mine, named by Sasha. We have Babe over here. We have Bailey and Brody over here. Don't mind that other name, I totally didn't misclick on the pig and accidentally name him Harold. So both my pigs and my chicken area are done. Time to quickly do their stats, and that's going to be this part of the animal catching all done with for today. And there we go, we have all the stats for the chicken and the pigs all done. So that ends this little segment of catching the animals, and we're off to do some stuff in the farming district. Quickly, just before I leave, I'm just going to show that we have named another bee. If I can find the name stat, we have a new bee in the place, which is Nectar, which is named by Obsidian on my latest stream. So we have little Nectar, who is now in the beehive area. So we've got that little guy. Now back to the farming district. And the project we're doing today is a cactus farm. Over in the zoo, I've been building with green roofs, so I've been using a lot of green dye, and I'm kind of sick of going to visit the desert. So I think I know how a cactus farm works. Maybe, is that you have the sand with the cactus, and then right next to it... No. Oh, no. It goes there, and like that. I think that's how it works. And then if I pop these here, boop, boop, when they eventually mature and grow, they should pop off because they can't sit next to the fence gate. So it'll pop off, fall in the water, and yeah, that should be it. And since this is also a very passive farm, so I don't necessarily need to be like activating it or anything, it's gonna be relatively small because I don't need mass quantities of green dye, but it's nice to have some so I don't have to keep running to the desert. So it's gonna be really small, and I'm gonna have a option where I can actually take off the cactus and completely turn it off. So yeah, so this is how the cactus farm is going, and let's dig out the collection system. So I've got the mini collection system working, and at the moment I just gotta quickly block it up because living in an ice biome, everything freezes. Anything that's exposed to the sky will freeze, so just to save my collection system a bit, I gotta have an ugly blockade just for now. Gonna get rid of it once the house is actually built. So that should be the collection system, and I'm not going to have the cactus run into a furnace, purely because I'm always limited on coal, and I don't necessarily want to be having like a whole separate farm that produces like coal or stick. So this is going to be a very like shoddy kind of collection system, but it's one of my farms. Of course it's not going to be perfect. And while I was making up the farm, I've already got 4 bits of cactus, so this farm is already producing relatively decently. So yeah, I've got high hopes for this farm. It's going to be great. I just gotta try not to die now. So with that, I think I'm going to quickly time-lapse of me building, and I'll be back when it's done. And hopefully not die from these skeletons. Fly away, quick. Here it is, the finished product of our cactus farm. I decided to add the green roof just to add to the like aesthetic that it is a green dye farm, and I thought to add a little bit of extra detail and add that little spire on the top, even though it has absolutely no purpose whatsoever. And on the inside, it's a little bit more squishy than the outside, so we have the farm going here with all the stuff on the inside. The ugly ice blockers are gone. Added a bunch of barrels for storage and stuff like that in case I need it. You never know when you need extra storage. And a little collection system that has a lot of stuff that I will never be able to dispose of because I keep picking it up. And in here, while I was building it, I've already got 26 cactus, so this farm is pretty good for the amount of cactus I actually have growing. So it works, which is surprising because it's something I did, even though it's completely redstoneless and it's hybrid proof. So if I had failed to make this farm, there would have been a massive problem. I would forever be banned off using farms or making farms because I'm just that bad. But yeah, that worked out pretty well. Now I forever have my green dye problem solved. Oh, there we go, right there. But yes, that makes one area, another house in the farming district all done. And this area's not getting there, but it's got a couple more buildings now, and it's looking more farm-like, and making Glacious feel a lot more big now. The last thing I want to do in this episode is to grab something I forgot to do while in the zoo area. I'm going back there, but not just yet. I need a couple bits of equipment first. So, there was something that I forgot to name while in the zoo, so I think I'm going to quickly do that now, just before I end off the episode. So, while I was streaming, I was raided by Remi, and his followers came by and I asked him to name an animal. And one of his followers, and who is now one of my followers, the real Slim Shady, they asked me to name a giraffe, and Minecraft doesn't have giraffes. Then they asked me to name a black cat, and the black cat had already been taken. And so I was being very difficult. And so the last thing they decided was fine. Get porridge and call it breakfast soup. So that's what I'm doing. I've got porridge right here. It's definitely porridge. And we're going to call it breakfast soup. There we go. The most important thing on the server is breakfast soup. Nothing's more important. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to put breakfast soup in the bee dome. So I'll put it right here. Wait, no, I'll put it one lower. So we have, that was caught on the 13th of 4th, 2021. It was born and made in Glacious. Oh, technically no. It was technically in Magnus Void. And it is named by the lovely, well, they have 3 extra Y's on the end of the name, but they're gonna have to go with 1 Y for now. So this is the fabled breakfast soup. Beautiful. May it live forever in the bee dome. But yes, it was a lot of fun getting this name for this soup, and so I have lore for breakfast soup. But with that, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. We did a lot of farm animal searching, as well as a lot of farming. And I think in the next episode, I'm going to try and solve the rest of my dye problems, try and find a flower field, and get a couple extra flowers and more dyes and stuff like that. And maybe set up a couple redstone farms and see if we'll fail at it. Most likely will, because I can't do redstone to save my life. But yeah, gonna leave this episode here. If you guys like the video, give the video a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you want to stick around. All good. I'll see you guys next time. See ya!